What's poppin', fam? It's your boy Jay, and today I got a kind of an interesting video to put out. Hold on, let me see what this light looks like. Oh, nope, that would be this. That's too bright. There we go. All right. So what's up, you guys? I wanted to talk about a topic before we get into E3 stuff. I know this week is basically over. I took this week as a mental health week. E3 is always a very, very hectic week, and it's hard for me to put out videos because there's a lot of stuff that I do care about and a lot of stuff that I don't care about. But I did manage to make the podcast with Heavenly Controller, so that'll be out probably after this video. So there's going to be a couple of videos that I upload today. It's just going to be a bombardment of videos, and it was just easier just to upload shit than to actually like strategically think about uploading stuff. And it was also a lot easier to not upload anything this week and not talk about video games, and just like so much easier just to do nothing. So we'll get into talking about E3 going into the rest of whatever's left of the week, I guess. So if you guys can't tell, I'm a little drained. I also have not put out videos this week because I have been searching for a new day job. I gotta say, guys, I'm very frustrated. I actually thought about not continuing to do YouTube for a while. I thought about taking a really, really long break, just because I wanted to like kind of focus a little bit on stuff that I have to focus on. Basically, my life is shit right now, so I'm gonna let y'all know. My life is fucking shit right now, and it's not getting any better. And it's gotten to a point now where it's made it very difficult to make videos. And so, like, I've noticed the more progress that I make with YouTube, the exact opposite amount of progress I make in life, if that makes any sense. So, unfortunately, I don't have people that, you know, support me the way some other people have been supported. I also don't have the same audience that a lot of other people have that, you know, like, share videos and stuff like that. I know a lot of you guys do the best that you can, and you guys are like really diligent about it, so I appreciate the ones that do. But it's also kind of baffling to me when I see other people blow up. People like Bonk Gang and fucking Lil Tay, like y'all, some of you people just really let a guy go on Instagram and snatch stuff from people and then run away. People thought that was content. People feel that's content. Like, that's crazy to me. I just think that's so strange that people get some type of enjoyment out of stuff like that. It's just so weird to me. It really is. Like, I don't understand. And then the stuff with Lil Tay, and then Tekashi 6ix9ine, and there's just all this crazy stuff out here that people are just like paying attention to and just like giving their full religious type of attention to. Whereas if I make a video about how these people are terrible for communities or terrible for creators, or good examples of creators and stuff like that, or if I actually put out decent information on, I don't know, how to not be a shit human being, none of that stuff goes anywhere. So people care more about drama, which is that's not new. It's absolutely not new. More people care about that stuff. And it's like, I'm trying to figure out, where do I go from here? Is because I don't necessarily make that type of content. I just don't feel it. And if I were to make that type of content, I assure you guys 100% it would be fake as fuck. That's why I did not upload any reactions this week from E3, because all of my reactions that you guys would have seen about like me being super hype or something like that, it would have either been some toxic bullshit that I would have been splurting out about, like how which company does better, you know, this company was trash, this, that, and the other thing. Now, if you guys talk to me privately, then yes, I'm willing to go into that. But I did not want to put that stuff on my channel. I just didn't feel like it was worth it. So it's just a very, very odd climate for me to even like pay attention to other people's content. Like, I have a buddy who has just a few more subscribers than I do, and his content is trash. Like, this nigga barely uploads, but he swears he's just so good at YouTube. I'm like, dog, you get 32 views a video and you don't talk about anything. You literally made 9 Kingdom Hearts videos, all 2 minutes long, instead of just making them a 10-minute long one video with just all of the information in it. And you would have got more retention, and you would have just got... I just don't understand this guy's mentality. You know, I just don't understand a lot of people's mentality, but I don't think it's my job to. So at this point, it's like, all right, I got to figure out how to do what's best for me and move my content forward. So I'm just trying to figure out stuff the best way I can. And I'm not really sure how to proceed with the rest of it, because there's tons of stuff that I want to talk about. Like, I was going to do a Takashi video yesterday, but I just felt that it just wasn't necessary. It just wasn't a video that I could sit and talk about and be okay with, because it just would have been forced. It would have been fake as fuck, and I don't like being fake as fuck because it's hard to keep up that facade. It just really is. So I have to pick a time, and like I have to work out basically like how I'm going to be able to afford to still make my channel a channel. Like, I still have to figure out how I'm going to eat, sleep, and survive and just continue to put out content. So I'm not saying I'm taking a break. I'm saying is I was contemplating it, and I wanted to let you guys know and communicate to you guys what was going on this week, because that felt really important to me. Plus, I needed to make a video, so this is it. This is the video for the week, and it's just baffling to me, because I hate the idea of having a day job. I hate the idea of having a boss. I hate the idea of not being interesting and not providing anything for the world. Like, you know, at a certain point I was going to say no shots thrown at people with day jobs, but to be honest, I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. Like, I don't see how you could have a 9 to 5, then come home and watch television until you go to sleep, and then do the same thing the next day and save up for trips to go on once a year. That shit is boring to me. I'm sorry. It just really is. And actually, I'm not sorry. You should be sorry, because that shit is just not... Why do you want to have a boss that dictates how much money you make? Like, you put all your time and effort into something, and then you're capped at how much money you make, or how much enjoyment you can have with it, or how often you're there. Like, can you believe... Like it's hard for me to believe that there is a system out there that says you are only allowed to work at this job, even if you like it. You are only allowed to work at this job this many hours a day, or you're only allowed to do this much, or help this many people. That's ridiculous to me. That is just absolutely absurd. That is absolutely stupid. And I was talking about this on my stream yesterday, and saying how, you know, somebody was like, oh, if you had 100,000, you know, subs, would you quit YouTube? I'm like, 100,000 subs wouldn't even sustain my living. Like, I mean, given the amount of money that I make right now with my YouTube channel, I don't think somebody of my size should be making. I think I make considerably more than anybody at my size right now. But that's just from me talking to my peers and like seeing what they get on views and seeing what I get on views and retention and comparing it. So I think I make a lot more than people at my stature. Plus, I think there's still a lot of spam that you get in between 1 subscriber to 5,000 subscribers. I think there's a lot of spam channels out there. I think there's a lot of just bullshit floating around in the air. So I guess the point I'm trying to make is I would be a full-time creator, and I would be putting out like 5 videos a day, streaming twice a day, putting out multiple pieces of content. Like, it would just be dope. But I just don't have the backing of my community. I just don't have the backing of a bigger community. I just don't have that backing. I just don't have the ability to do that. Which is really unfortunate, because I feel like I have a message and entertainment to just put out there. And really, to be honest with you guys, I'm not suffering from burnout. I'm suffering from what I would think is creative fatigue, where I spend so much time trying to figure out what would be a good video, or maybe not even necessarily a good video, like what do I want to put out, and that would get the most traction, so that way I can grow bigger. Because it's really frustrating to put all this time and effort into something that nobody's gonna watch. And I don't mean like nobody, I just mean like very few amount of people watch. You know what I mean? And it's like very, very low impact. Like, there's a lot of series and stuff I would like to do. I can't start them now because, you know, to get 100 views off of something that took me a couple $100s to make, it's just not feasible. It's just not feasible at all. You know, and as much as it costs me to, you know, live and, you know, eat and do all other sorts of stuff, I could also allocate that money towards buying an actual green screen instead of using my fucking blanket, getting actual lights instead of these yellow lights or whatever, like these just overhead lights. Like, it's just, there's so many other things I could pour my time and effort into, but I can't see me justifying it at this point. So maybe when I hit 5,000 subs, which I need you guys to help me hit 5,000, The sooner I hit 5,000, the sooner I can start booking brand deals, because just outreaching right now for brand deals is just not, at 3K, it's just like impossible. Like, nobody fucks with you until you hit 5 to 10. So I really need you guys to help me, you know, smack that share button, you know, share with all your friends and stuff like that. But only if they actually give a shit about watching, because just getting the number, just getting the sub number is not going to do anything for me. Because it's mostly about views for me. It's about impact and how many people I can reach and value and blah, 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 blah. I could talk about this shit forever. But really, I'm just frustrated, guys. I'm just really frustrated to see that people do a lot less but get a lot further than I do. And I've always talked about this before. Not everybody can win, unfortunately. Like, in order for there to be winners, there has to be losers. And I'm not necessarily saying like, oh, I'm a loser, but I don't think I'm winning. This is a hard hill to climb. This is a hard mountain to climb up, if you guys know what I mean. Like, it's just real difficult. So if I suddenly spontaneously just stop uploading, just check my Twitter, I'll probably be ranting or something. I don't know. I'm not sure where the rest of this video is going, but I don't know, guys. Like, I knew I got super desperate today when I was like, let me apply for Walmart. That's how I knew I was at the edge. I was like, this is it. Like, my life is shit. My life is shit now. Which is very interesting, because the more bad luck I run into, the harder it is to come up with ideas to put out videos. So this past, actually 2 weeks, I hit a wall creatively because some stuff had happened between me and somebody else, and it just got all out of hand and it just blew up in my face. And then after that, not having, you know, I had spent so much money in this particular situation, and that kind of blew up, and then I was out of money, and then so now that is kind of reverberating onto this week. So all of these things kept happening, and it was just bad luck after bad luck after bad luck, and I just had no mental capacity left to come up with ideas for canon culture videos and E3 and stuff like that. So really, it was just creative fatigue. Like, I physically could not do anything. Meanwhile, I could take 4 or 5 hours to stream on Twitch because I'm literally just playing games. So I'm gonna try to put out whatever I can whenever I can, but it's getting real difficult, guys. So I just wanted to express that. I needed to vent it a little bit, and I know you guys understand somewhat. I know some of my other creator friends, you guys understand. So maybe you guys can sympathize with me and we can have that conversation. But it's just some of my other friends, they're just so desperate to learn this world that I'm a part of. That even me expressing my frustrations to them, they're just like, but you're still getting views. They're so optimistic about it, which is great. But that's not the way this works. I would like it to work that way. It literally, like, honestly, guys, all it would take for me to really feel like I'm pumped and I'm like really about my channel. Actually, I'm already pumped and really about my channel. It's just I would really feel like the heavy hard hit of like, yo, you're a YouTuber, is if I had somebody with like 100,000 subs help me get to like 5,000. I mean, Heavenly Controller does the best that he can. He's just like, yeah, you know, like, you take all this promotion and stuff, but we also have to take into consideration the actual demographic and audience that he has, and I don't want those people. It's just like a lot of you guys have been dope, awesome. I'm glad you guys found me through his channel and stuff, but like, it has to be people who organically give a shit about the stuff that I make, if that makes any sense. But anyway, this video's been too long. I'm not gonna edit it. I don't really care to edit it. I'm just gonna upload it and put a nice thumbnail on there. So, but anyway, this has been your boy Jay. I will see you guys on the next video. Make sure to keep it canon, and I'll see you guys tomorrow or whenever.